Well, we finally have a Real Housewives of Atlanta update, and only 3 wives will be coming back, and filming won't start until spring of 2024. So they're still on schedule. Because if they're going to start filming spring of 2024, it's still going to be on around Thanksgiving, which is when Housewives used to come out. We never had summer Atlanta Housewives. They were always a fall show. They would start from fall and go all the way till spring, because we used to get a 26 episode season. Now we lucky if we get 10. Now the question is, who should the 3 be? We already know Sanya and Drew had they row a tag snatched from Instagram, and then they snuck and put him back. I don't need any more Candy Burris. Put her on Candy and the Gang. Make that the Black Vanderpump Rules. Do it. Kenya. How do y'all feel about Kenya? We saw how Sheree was trying to be the matron of the group and promote healing. But on the same token, I don't think that Kenya can become that. I don't think that Kenya enjoys the women enough. I'm not getting it from her. I don't think that she could be Center Peach. Sheree, gone is your day. I'm tired of you. I don't need Marlo and her boys back. You can abandon your children in private. It's just not for me. Sanya, that's a joke. And Drew, I'm tired of your lies. Like, honestly, I don't need any of them to come back. We have watched Sheree, Candy, and Kenya for the better part of a decade. Their stories have been told. We gave you 10 years on Bravo. 10 years. And you still got Girls Trip. You still got other shows. But I feel like for this iteration, we have heard all these women have to say, except for Drew, but she can always come up with a new lie. And Sanya, I just know. Absolutely not. I got nothing. I got nothing for Sam. Well, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Why are there so many meltdowns on airplanes? Yesterday on Frontier, a woman was acting like she needed some type of exorcism. What is going on? It's holiday travel at this point. I mean, if you don't want to see your family, don't get the ticket. Just don't. Tell them that you have to work. Have a Friendsgiving. Have a Friendsgiving, or sit at home and eat by yourself. Eat with your pet. It's just another day. I mean, I feel like Bronx would be better behaved on an airplane. I don't know. I swear somebody sent it to me. Or maybe I found it, like James Caldwell says, in my travels. I was, I'm always scrolling through the internet, so it might have been on TikTok, but I think someone sent it to me. I was going to say, she said, something, pick better friends. I also think maybe she needs to get out of entertainment and get into edutainment, because she takes everything too seriously. Like, when she was on The Real, she didn't understand, like, it's a cosmopolitan show. It's not The View. We're not going to get that deep. We're not going to get that political. That's not what the show is for. And you are educated. Nobody's saying that you aren't. But you are a comedian. You are supposed to be the light, funny one that brings joy. Like, maybe you should have gone into journalism. Maybe you would be happier in that field, because you take yourself too seriously to be a comedian. You can, but like, you can't go on a show like The Real and expect to completely change it to the Black Power Hour. That's not realistic. And also, that's not the job you were hired for. Yes, she does. She has a degree in African American studies. We talked to somebody that went to school with her. I'm friends with the girl that went to school with her. So yeah, she has a degree. She'll hit you over the head with it. I saw the video, and she was saying, like, she did ask, like, will I have an agent? And I would say, now I'm wondering, does that mean that your last special, the numbers weren't very special? Because I know she had a special, and if your numbers ain't hitting, and you're not getting asses and seats, then that can be an issue. That could cause drop representation. But also, this whole negative press thing from Insecure, which, like, you should be off the high of Insecure. Like, you should still be, getting accolades for that, in the words of Miss Leaks. But, the cast wants to forget you. Although, child, that cast seemed to be a hot-ass mess. You got Amanda Seales. Now, Snorri Jackson is in the Kiki Palmer shit. I don't even think people are looking for her to kiss their ass or anything like that. I think that she doesn't know how to be a team player. And I think she confuses being a team player with being run over. I think she doesn't understand the difference. Because when you're with a team, there has to be give and take. There has to be compromise. And I think she looks at compromise as, oh, you're trying to do this to me because I'm black or because I'm a woman or because of both. When it's like, no, everybody brings some ideas to the table and everybody takes a step back. We're going to use some. We're not going to use others. Everybody's going to give a little. Everybody's going to get a little. I guess she just doesn't feel like she's getting enough. And you know what, though? But in the business, there are some bigwigs whose ass you have to kiss. There are some people you can't joke about because they just have too much power and they can halt your career. Les Moonves. And so you have to go in this business realizing there's a couple black asses I'm going to have to kiss. There's a couple white. Like, I would say on the instead of Insecure, I don't think she was required to kiss any ass. But maybe some of the HBO bigwigs hear about your antics on set and they're like, that's not good for the show, for the bottom line. And they're like, no, we're not going to let you direct an episode. I want to know why these women hate Wendy so much. Like, now we're trying to replace her with NECA. There's something about NECA I'm not here for. I don't know why NECA's reading articles about the ocean or Osu, like, But Married to Medicine is going up yonder. I have to say, this was I think this is going to be the shadiest season. And these have been the shadiest episodes. Heffley is in her element. She is in full force. Like, this is what you need a Heavenly for. I'm actually pissed that her and Carlos weren't on last night because I'm looking forward to recapping their recap. Because, Heffley is truly evil. I see why she wasn't invited to the wedding. After she said, they're not ready to get married. They're not. It's a truth. I can believe that Phaedra would bring Quad to that woman's bridal shower or bachelorette party. That, I've always said, Phaedra is a foul being. Isn't that what a foul being would do? Now we know you're going to cause some drama for the show. And I could have seen you bringing her to maybe a lunch or something that the ladies were having, getting to know you lunch. But to ruin that girl's bachelorette party with some shit for the show, to me, too far. Too far. That girl gets one bachelorette party for this marriage. She's going to be done with them in 5 years. But one bachelorette party for this marriage, and you had to ruin it to get yourself a plot line because you ain't gonna share none of your felonious business. To me, Phaedra, that's just a little too evil. Yeah, I don't know if her and Apollo are good as much as I don't think she wants anything out public with him to affect her brand. What is Carlos doing now? Where is she? What is she up to? Why is she always in my business? She has shows on OWN to worry about. All I do is review. What else? He said call a friend like you used to. Because I used to say, tell a can, tell a friend, tell that heifer you hate. It's like, why are you trying to be like me rather than develop your own shit? Or if I say something like Bondi says, or like Rock says, or like Jay Lee said, you just shout the person out. That's what we do in this little YouTube community. And then we move the hell on. Because we all have our own thing. I remember that too. And a grown woman, Dorothy ain't shit. And that's why Candace has no concept of what respect is, because Dorothy never respected her. Respect is a two-way street. You can't expect to teach your child about respect if you do not respect your child. And you can tell that mama don't respect her. And that's why she married Chris as an act of rebellion. Keys are expensive to replace now because everybody's got them damn fobs. I miss when keys were keys. And you could just go get a damn copy and you keep your copy in your house. Now I gotta go find one of these machines that can copy an RFID code, and like, ain't nobody got time for that. I had a friend ask if he could watch the game, and I was like, I have Sling TV. If it's on there, you can watch it. I was like, I looked at him, I was like, do you think I've ever put on football in this house? I'll watch it if my friend wants to watch it, I have other things to do, so it's great. You can watch football. I can play on my phone. I can play Nintendo Switch. Like, there are other things that I do. Like, I can cook. I'll run. Ooh, that's a great time when I'll run to the store. Well, hold on. If you're called the Turkey Leg Hut, then I think Thanksgiving's probably your biggest holiday, so you should be prepared. And y'all been in business. This ain't your first year. So I'm sorry. I ain't giving them no excuse. We saw standing water in the kitchen. I'm glad that he didn't go and eat there, because he could have gotten sick. I mean, they've had health code violations. Standing water in the kitchen. It was on Bravo. I saw it. You saw it. We saw it. I'm not making shit up. Do you want to eat around standing water? Do you want to cook around standing water? I mean, a lot of people got strong stomachs that can take the ptomaine. They're used to moldy bread and over-salted deviled eggs. Everybody has said, I've read the Yelp reviews. Shout out to Erica. I'll go to Atlanta. I don't want to go to OLG. Oh, they're going to try Candy and the gang again. But they need to find some better sissies. I need that. Those sissies were a little too sorry for me. I mean, you had that horrible boss. He was cute on the outside, but so ugly on the inside. So, in Donkey of the Day news, a white woman, of course, was an NBA reporter, and she admitted that she would just make stuff up with her reports on the NFL sidelines. That really shows y'all ain't following the game no way. You looking at the asses just like me. Yeah, first down in the half zone. Touch me. Girl, please. I mean, white women and white people just really be out here getting paid to do nothing. Nothing. They could have hired me. I could have made some shit up. I didn't know that journalism was also improv. You know what? Let me apply for some sports commentating, because I can tell you all about how the Hasek got into the left zone. And then she said no coach ever got mad at her. Probably because they weren't listening. Was anyone actually listening to you? I need to get me one of them pink toe paychecks, because I really want to see what a day at work is like, just making things up as you go along. I can't imagine.